Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, MightyMidget, back again with the MR2. So latest video, of course, I previously showed you the fact that the car, no, I showed you the car, and basically what I kept on telling you guys was the fact that I had big paint issues with the car itself. So what I'm going to do is basically in this video, it's not going to be a long video, but I just want to give you guys a roundup of the issue exactly that I have. Do you mind? Okay, so what I'm actually doing right at this very moment is currently compounding this. Excuse me. What I'm currently doing with the paste actually sitting on the pad because I was just about to do it and then I remembered that I was going to do a video for you guys. I just want to quickly show you exactly what I mean. So this is the current wing, which I believe I showed off. As you can see, there is absolutely no reflection. You can't see the camera reflection, no nothing. But if I take you onto the other side, you can kind of see me-ish. It's not perfect, but what has really pissed me off is I was at work Thursday last week and as you can see, the car is very glossy, very nice and shiny, all that. I've just currently done the headlights, so they are looking rather good, but the car is nice and glossy and looks amazing. However, when you get up close, you can see not only is the car extremely filthy, but there's all like these little speckles, which, yeah, that's just dirty rain and whatever, but if I find the right sunlight, you can probably very faintly see these kind of water speckle, like these faint paint water speckle marks just like all here and stuff. And basically what happened is it rained and then very shortly afterwards it was extremely hot to roughly what it is now hot. So the paint, in fact there you go, you can see it there just along there. There's like this polka dot kind of effect all around there kind of thing. And basically what happened is the car had just been polished and waxed and everything, and then it proceeded to rain quite heavily and then got very hot, and basically it just scorched the watermarks onto the paintwork and it's just left this horrible speckled view, and yeah, that really pissed me off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to compound this wing, polish it, and then wax it, and I'll show you guys the results just afterwards. So what I'm using to compound the wing is a lot of Maguire's products. In fact, I'm using, if I can find it, what I'm using is Maguire's Ultimate Compound for the cutting. It's done a good enough job. It takes a bit of upper grease, but it's done the job. Shortly followed by a leaking bottle of Ultimate Polish, which, yeah, it's currently leaking out of the bottom for I don't actually know whatever reason, but it's doing it, so fine, whatever floats your boat. This basically is the polish afterwards, so I've got the cut, I've got the glaze, and then I'm hitting over it afterwards with the Ultimate Paste Wax, again, Maguire's. I don't usually use Maguire's. I haven't really ever heard anything bad about them, but at the same time, I've never really been recommended Maguire's, so it's kind of, they're there, but hey, I'm only using this stuff because it's the cheapest stuff. I would usually use Autoglim or perhaps Auto Finesse. I didn't actually see cutting and polish products from either of those two companies. I kind of felt like I had to fall back onto these guys, so let's see how it goes. Of course, I just got my trusty compound machine from Halfords, £80. See how it goes. Right, so after the car has been compounded, what I then do is I go over it with a Softair pad and then go over it with the polish. So let's see how this goes. Oh, there's shit on the pad. Great. That's not what I wanted. Do try and avoid to get on your pad because, as you may guess, stones on a compounding machine is not suggested. So what you do is once you've gone over with the compound, or at least what I'm doing, I don't want to tell you guys exactly what you have to do, but what I'm doing is I'm then going up with the polish. After I do the compounding, giving that a good current, go over the whole part of the car. I'm just doing one panel at a time. Once I've done the whole thing, rub it down again and wax it. And then final stage is once the car has been compounded and polished, that's what I was looking for, I just then go over it with the Maguire's wax and do it by hand because I need to be able to do it by hand. So once that's on, priority, making sure your wax is completely shit-free, effectively. That's the word you want to use. Because anything in your wax is obviously going to play out in the future, and you'll end up scratching it onto the car. So after the wax is applied, I usually leave it a couple of minutes. I don't know exactly how long it recommends to be left for. Apparently it's very flammable, so if you smoke and you need a fag, but you're out of fags, perfect substitute. Yeah, it doesn't say how long to leave. Oh, hang on, wait. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. It doesn't actually tell you how long to leave it for, so just wing it. Right, so apparently 2 passes later, according to Maguire's, that's what you got to do. Give the car 2 passes with the brakes, so I'm going to leave it for a couple of minutes just so it might do something. I don't know if it does or not. If it does, that'd be good. If it doesn't, then shit. What I'll do is we'll take it from there and see what happens with the thing. I'll show you obviously the comparison of before and after via a picture or something, if I remember. To be honest, I didn't actually take a picture before I did the swing, so you're just going to kind of see through the video comparison. Might work, might not work. Go. And this is the result that you should have, an extremely smooth finish and a nice reflection with absolutely no drip marks, no nothing. And this is what I should have all over the MR2. As you can see, the gloss is now matching kind of each panel, but the only issue that I have up here is those water droplets, as you saw earlier in the video. The key area where I'll show you where the big issue is here at the back. As you can see on the boot lid, it's still somewhat glossy, but there's a lot of this. This is exactly here, which you can see where the issue is. But as you can see, there's a lot of this kind of water fading here, and it's just that all over the bonnet basically in much more detail. As you can see, it's still glossy, it's got a sheen to it, but it's just when you get up close, it's in a really tacky state. And even here, you can see just in the shading, like all along there, really not nice. It looks horrible. So when I'm at a car show, for example, with CGC, and I can have people hopefully kind of looking over the car, seeing these are quite unique cars and blah-de-da-da, then it's just looks horrible. It doesn't really look that presentable. Even in public or at shows, it just looks horrible. The prime example of where the worst bit is on the roof, as you can see again just here. Just looks horrible. And you can even hear horrible surface. And then, for example, with somewhere like over here on the boot, which probably isn't that much better, now try a headlight. Yeah, nothing. Of course, that's just surface dirt that's over there because the car actually hasn't been cleaned for a fair little bit, but at the same time, it's just, the car hasn't got its right protection and it just looks horrible. So if I can get the car to this kind of sheen all over, then it's going to look absolutely incredible. But from, as you can see, from here to the back, it just kind of gets more and more faded and just, no good. So like I said, I'm not going to make this video too long because there's not really much to talk about. I just want to show you guys the exact way on how I'm tackling to make the paint a little bit better on the MR2. So what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day is basically just tackling this and make it look as best as possible. I've given you guys an idea of what I'm doing on cleaning the car, cutting it, compounding, polishing, blah blah blah. But if there's any way that you guys recommend in which I can improve it or to seal the paintwork a little bit better, then do please let me know. Because otherwise this is just going to be a constant battle. I hear and I know that red and yellow cars in particular are really bad for paintwork and trying to maintain them. Silver cars, white cars, black cars, you don't notice the crap that accumulates on it so much. But any of you guys are getting any points and tips and pointers or whatever, as I just said, on how to maintain a red car to keep the paint in much like really good condition. Like if any of you guys own a Ferrari, that'd be fucking great. Like if you just let me know how you look after it, and don't say a garage because I have a garage but I just can't use it, alright? So thank you guys for watching this little short update. Hope you guys are all doing well and everything, enjoying the sunny weather whilst it's about, because England's not pissing my bread for once. If you enjoyed this content, then please go ahead, like, subscribe and favourite and do whatever or you fancy people do with your YouTube videos that go out today. Thank you guys ever so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.